Welcome back to the video, and in today's video we're actually going to be going over basically my updated FORTNITE settings, the best settings that you can use on keyboard or mouse as of right now. So we're going to go over the best keybinds, the best settings. Here's a few clips of me actually playing the game. I'm actually fairly decent at the game. I do compete with some pretty well-known token players. If you know what a token is, it's basically a zone wars game for money, and I also do a little bit of competitive. But anyways, here is my settings. So I am a high sense player. This looks low if you don't know anything about DPI, but 4.5 and 4.5, it's just essentially 9.9 if you play 800 DPI. So I play 1600 DPI, meaning my mouse moves faster than I would if it was on 800 DPI. It's a little confusing if you don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, 4.5, 4.5. If you want to play a lower sense, I recommend like 2.9, 2.9, something like that. Targeting sense 30, 30, and then I don't use build or edit. These two don't matter because I'm a keyboard and mouse player. I don't really care. Here is my strafing or double movement, whatever you want to call it. And these work very well. It's just you're always moving forward, kind of thing. If you're like a really like good fighter and you're always, it's just really good. Just try it. Trust me, it's really good. Works out very well. Other than that, here are the other settings. I don't really mess with these here. Something else I want to cover is actually these settings here. I do use full screen 1920 by 1080. I'm on native, VSync off. I run 240 FPS. I have it capped on 360. I explained that in a different video. Brightness 100%. Colorblind mode off. Colorblind strength 5. If I use colorblind, I use Deuteronope 5. I usually use that in competitive because it really helps with seeing zones and it doesn't really do too much. It doesn't really change too much. Also, if you have like eye pain, like your eyes are hurting, this helps very well with making your eyes feel a little better, so that always works. 3D res, 100% like always. And then here are my graphical settings, just like that. Next, we're going to move on to the only other settings in-game that you need off in order to have lower delay. That really does help. Is these ones down here, these energy savers. Make sure you have these 1000% off. Next, we're going to go over my keybinds. Now, keybinds is one of the biggest ones because that's actually how you play the game, obviously. But WASD, of course, I don't really change that. I use WASD to walk around, move left, right, up, down type stuff. Jump, space bar, my sprint, my tactical sprint, meaning when I run really quick, I click 1. A lot of people find that extremely weird, but I do click 1 to do that. It's just most comfortable for me because I'm already reaching for my weapons on my number keys. So 1 is, I don't know, it just made sense. Auto run, I just click equals, and I do click it with my right hand, my mouse hand. I usually use it if I'm just like cracking my knuckles or like gliding. I just click my little equal sign right quick. To crouch, I use shift, not control. A lot of people think control is a better option, but I think shift is way more comfortable to use. I do hold my keyboard at a angle, so that definitely helps. To fire, just the default. Mouse buttons, toggle scope, left control. What that means is if you have a thermal scope and you want to bring it back to not thermal, I use control, which is really useful. Now, this is where people find it really like confusing, but these are probably the most comfortable keybinds, and I'll explain that here in a second. So before we continue this video talking about all the FORTNITE settings that you need, we're actually going to talk about today's sponsor. Now, today's sponsor of today's video, the sponsor of today's video is actually a Discord server called Cloud Shop. Now, basically what they do is they have, don't mind that, they have a basically in-game currencies, whether it be V-Bucks, Fortnite Crew, and even R6 credits, which is Rainbow Six Siege coins. You can actually get it all for way cheaper. Now, they have vouchers for other stuff they've done in here, so it's really not really, you can't really scam in here, especially if they have vouchers and people in here that you could easily just DM customers, buyers, whatever. See, there's 2 on right now. It's a little early, but there's 2 you can DM and be like, yo, did you get scammed? This, if you really are worried about it. But no, they are 100% legit. I cannot talk, and I highly recommend them. I wouldn't be recommending them to you guys if they were a scam, obviously, as I've gone over other Discords before, and not a single one has been proven to be a scam at all, even a little bit. So highly recommend them. Make sure you check them out in the description. There will be a Discord invite link. Just join that. And let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's continue the video. The only one that's weird is my reload. I use T instead of R, and I'll explain that right now. So, reload, it could do it by itself, but also reloading, clicking T it'll make sense when you hear what my other keybinds are because they're kind of labeled and it really helps out. So use, I click C. So everything I pick up, open chest is C, pickaxe is Q, weapon slot 1. So my shotgun, I keep in my slot 1. I use scroll wheel down, meaning I scroll down to pull my shotgun out. And then I use 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I click all those with my pointer finger. I find that very easy to do. And then crouch while building is shift, like my normal crouch. Wall is my mouse button 5. Floor is F. This is where it gets labeled. So I use F for floor. I use my stairs is on my mouse. R is my cone. So roof, I put R, right? My trap is G right next to my floor button. So G, place building, the default, repair and upgrade is H, rotate building is K, which I click all with my thumb, right? Change building, the default building edit is E. Now, I think between E and F, sometimes Q are the most common edit buttons, but I do think E is the best as it's right next to re-getting my weapons, and it's really close to all my build buttons, so I could do it really, really quick. So that definitely helps out. But those are by far the best keybinds when it comes to actually playing the game. They're extremely comfortable. Half of them are labeled, so it's really hard to mess up. You think of floor F, it's really easy. Cone, roof, whatever you call it, R. Just my reload is T, which it's once you start using it and you get used to it, it's actually a very comfortable keybind. So it's definitely something I recommend using for your reload. Also, if you play other keyboard and mouse games on your computer or console, whatever it is, make sure you keep the same keybinds so that you can build that in muscle memory, and it just works out for you. Next, now this is completely off topic with in-game settings, but I use Gear Up Booster for better ping. Now, playing the game and having high ping is very difficult, so if you like lower ping, I recommend Gear Up Booster. And if you don't use Gear Up Booster, there's other apps out there, but the one I'm recommending today is actually Gear Up Booster. Now, if you want to try Gear Up Booster, you haven't heard of it, or just want to try it out, and you have heard of it, you can just try it for free with the link in the description. Download that. There's free trials, all kinds of stuff. So just go ahead and give it a shot. Let me know what you think about Gear Up Booster, and if it helps you out, make sure you like. And let me know in the comments that Gear Booster actually helped you. I do recommend this, and I know you've heard a lot about it, and there is a little bit of hate around it, but it's actually really proven itself these past few months with all the updates it's had. The reason it got so much hate was because it was a newer app. Nobody really I don't know, really got the full experience of the app. It's like playing a game and having a lot of problems with it, and then they fix it over time. It's gonna get better. That's pretty much how this works. They have a packet loss feature and all kinds of stuff now, so it's definitely worth trying out. Link in the description. Download it. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, so that is gonna wrap it up. Now, I do want to explain something real quick. These keybinds are preference always. Everybody's keybinds will be preference, but I find mine extremely comfortable and the most, just normal keybinds out there. I've tried many pro keybinds, and I do recommend mine. But if you want to get really good, I recommend creating your own that feel comfortable for you if mine or nobody else's work. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. If you want to see how to actually get lower input delay, click this video right here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.